everyone, it's Shel C from PaperOcotilloStudio, and today I'm sharing with you a playtime that I had on the morning of the 4th, I think it is, with my newly created Serenity junk journal. This book was the cover of it was created on this channel, different video, and then I just filled it up with stuff that I cleared off my desk, and it's literally junk. There's old calendar pages. There's notes that I wrote myself. There's just all kinds of envelopes and just whatever I grabbed, and I created 4 signatures of 10, sewed them into the book, and I've been trying to work in it every morning to further my goal of serenity, of calmness and acceptance, and I play calming music and I work in it. So this is just one of the days I happened to turn the camera on just in case I wanted to record it if it turned out okay, and I think it did. I've been trying to work with colors that are more within the season that we're in, and right now it's winter, and so I was trying to go with subdued colors, cool colors, and then maybe work with complementary colors. So I had found this picture, and actually just it came across my Facebook feed. I don't even know where it's from, but it was this picture of these seed pods, like when something is a flower and then it goes to seed. And as I was looking at that picture, it just reminded me of being safe, enclosed, surrounded, circled, um, loved, just, held within a space. And the idea of that on the morning of the 4th of January appealed to me. So that was what I decided to do in my journal. I decided I wanted to play with this new set of watercolors. Actually, I played with 2 different new sets of watercolors that I've got within the last couple months. And this one that I'm swatching right now, I hadn't swatched it yet, is Schminke Hordam super granulating watercolors. These are, I believe, German, and they're not easy to get in the United States. This little set has 2 of the super granulating sets, the Tundra one and the Forest one, in put in little quarter pans, so they're tiny, and they've got magnets on the bottom, and then they're magnetized into this little tiny little metal box. And I ordered them on Etsy from a shop called Watercolor Hoarder. And I believe she lives perhaps in China. I'm not sure, but it took a long time to get here, like a month. But the price of it was reasonable considering that one of these little sets with the tubes is like $59 just for 5 colors. $59 on Amazon. And I found it in another place that just started carrying them, which is the St. Louis Art Supply. They had it for $54, but then you have to pay, if with Amazon. I pay for that Amazon Prime because we order so much stuff from there. So I don't pay the shipping, whereas this with the St. Louis Art Supply, I pay the shipping. So it really wasn't any better deal. And yeah, you get the little tubes, but watercolor lasts a really long time unless you use it a ton, and I didn't feel that I needed to have a whole tube of the colors. I just liked the idea of this super granulating colors. That means that they blend with each other really well, and that they blend out to different colors. So one pan might, like there is one pan in here that, I don't know if you can see it on my swatches up there, but it's kind of a blue turquoise, but then it has a secondary color of kind of a reddish tan in it that comes out when it's drying. They're really cool. I love granulating watercolors. The other one that I'm messing with, because I needed a few more of these earthy colors that I started with, is the Prima watercolor set that's called Complexions, I think. And I just recently got that one, and it's got all the colors in it that you might need to do any type of skin tone. So it's interesting. It also has, strangely, and I don't know what this has to do with skin tone, it has a gold metallic in it, which I kind of figured out just this day. I had swatched it before, but I hadn't realized that, or at least I don't remember realizing that one of them is a metallic. It's kind of interesting. So in a close up at the end, you'll see that metallic coming out on one of the plants, flowers, not really flowers anymore, whatever they are. And I liked the circle shapes. I liked the enclosed feeling of these things. I remember going to get music lessons when I was a child, and the the person that I took the lessons from, I was a cellist at the time, was she had this homemade clay piece of art that was a vase, and then she had stalks of this, that whatever this, I have no idea what the plant is, whatever the plant is that has these seed pod things that come off of it in the fall. She had them in this really interesting clay vessel, standing really tall, and they, even back then, the shape of it fascinated me. I don't know how we get these impressions that come, if you're being mindful and thinking about things, these impressions that come to you, and that how you feel about a shape or an idea of, I don't know where they come from, but people seem interested on this channel when I talk about it. So I did tell you where this idea came from and how it made me feel as I was doing this art. And I think that's interesting. Maybe you guys, I mean, I know some of you think it's interesting. So I'm just continuing to watercolor. Generally, if you make a pencil drawing with watercolor, also, I didn't put any watercolor ground or gesso or anything on this paper, and it's two pieces of printer paper that have print on them that have been glued together. So I glue sticked them together so that I would have, in this book, I would have thicker pages, because you know I prefer thick paper. And none of this paper that's in this junk journal is thick, and that's the reason that I had glued it together. So it's bumpy. It's not watercolor paper. It's not the right absorbency. It's a junk journal. It's for me thinking about things, being mindful, relaxing, and getting into the zone of creating. And that's what this exercise is about. I recommend it. I hope that you guys are all joining me in this journey of junk journaling or doing something like this. I mean, it doesn't have to be a junk journal. I made the junk journal because I thought to myself, if I did this, I would be able to do it every single day with no fear of wasting, or no, you know, we hoard things. And oh, I don't want to use that. Like there was another print. There's a print that I have that I made the other day on my gel printing video. And it's these same circle shapes that I've used, that torn piece. I love the print. I know I'm never going to use it. That is so silly. The only thing that I could possibly do is to scan it and keep a digital copy and then maybe print it out if I ever, maybe that would help me to not think it's so precious, that I could use it. you know? You know what I mean? I know you guys do know what I mean, because I know you do the same thing. I'm not the only one who does this. And so I encourage you to just get out the stuff, use it. I mean, it can always be replaced. Maybe I can't ever make a gel print exactly like that. I know I can't, but I could maybe scan it and keep a digital copy, I guess. It seems silly. But when you come out with something that you just really, you know, you're gel printing along and you really love this thing, and you know, it's this beautiful print, you just want to keep it. And that's how I feel about that purple one. You guys know the one I'm talking about if you were watching. It's purple, dark purples with that same circular print, because these these things that I just tore up and used on my collage on the page are the laser prints that I used to make the print. So you guys know it's the same shape. And I purchased those laser prints from PMArtistStudio.com if you guys need to have one of those. That idea of making a resist print with a laser print fascinates me. With a piece of laser printed something fascinates me, but I'm unsuccessful in doing it yet at home with my own very inexpensive laser printer, and maybe that's why. Maybe it's because it's inexpensive. Maybe it's I got the wrong paper. I got the wrong settings. I don't know, but yeah. So I did some stenciling. Of course, these stencils are from Stencil Girl Products. I think I think the one I used was probably from a Stencil Club set because it's a 4x4 with those little enclosed shapes, only they're square instead of circles. So I was having the circles and the squares together on the same page in contrast with each other. And I did, after I put the watercolor on the background, that's kind of a bluish purple color, then that gave me the idea of yellow and purple being contrasting colors. So I decided to make my background those type of colors. So I'm using, there's a titanium buff deep there. There's a Naples yellow, and then this purple color that I stenciled. I don't think I've stenciled the Naples yellow yet. I don't think I got there yet. I'm still messing around with these seed pod flower dealies. Still doing mark making on them and adding white and adding a darker color with a Pentel color brush. And I don't know. I will try to remember to put links below the video for the products that I used here. I don't always do that anymore because it really takes a lot of time and I'm not sure that people use them. So I just try to tell you to just go to my Amazon store because pretty much all the stuff that I use on a regular basis is in my Amazon store. But I will put a link to those granulating watercolors if you think you might want to buy them. I can just tell you it's Watercolor Hoarder is the name of the Etsy shop. I just ordered. My mom gave me a bonus $100 bill recently, and so I spent it. And I spent it on. There's 3 other of those Schminky Hoardem super granulating watercolor sets with 5 each. I just ordered another little set that has all 3, so that's 15 colors. I think it's Seascapes and Galaxy and Glacier or something like that. So it's the rest of their super granulating colors in quarter pans, just like that one I have, except for it's got 15 colors instead of 10. I just ordered that, so you'll be seeing that coming up sometime whenever it gets here. So there was my Naples yellow kind of writing in the background stencil. That one, I'm not sure. I might have ordered that one. That might not be a club set. And then I got out my Pentel pocket brush and I was adding some words, enclosed, circled. I can't remember what the rest of them were. Loved, I know, is one of them. That is kind of what the page is about. And I wrote some more scribbly writing around the one shape on the right hand side. And then I just wanted to pump up the green and the yellow on the actual seed pods. So I got out these woodies, and then I made these circles, these scribbly circles around the shapes too. So I think that's just about all of it. Oh, I did make a black border around the edge with one of the woodies because I thought it just needed to be bordered and enclosed in a box. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, and of course you can join my new Shel Circle membership. I hope you do that. And that's it for me. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.